So, you picked up a sword the size of a canoe and thought, yeah, this is my personality now. Good news, you're not wrong. In this video, we're breaking down everything you need to know about the Greatsword in New World, including the best attribute builds, top tier secondary weapon pairings, and how not to whiff every swing like you're just trying to swat a fly with a tree trunk. If you like big crits, big swings, and even bigger egos, this one's for you. First, we gotta talk about the lore behind the Greatsword. I know. What are we supposed to go off of lore in New World? But yeah, there is some lore behind the Greatsword. While Aeternum is a land of diverse combat styles, the Greatsword harkens back to legendary warriors of old, knights and mercenaries who believed that bigger truly is better. Wielding a blade that could double as a door, these combatants became tales of tavern legend, known for ending fights with a single decisive swing. In New World, embracing the Greatsword means channeling the spirit of these audacious fighters who laughed in the face of conventional weaponry. Now you're probably like, okay, come on, get to the good stuff. How do I use this thing more effectively? All right, let's get to the attributes and build recommendations. Given the Greatsword's dual scaling with strength and dexterity, it means you're going to have to allocate your attribute points with a strategic approach. This first build is what I call the Strength Bruiser build. You might have seen it a few times online. First, you want to put Strength 300 points, Dexterity 150 points, Constitution 50 points. This setup maximizes your melee damage output, granting the Grit passive on light and heavy attacks, ensuring your swings are unstoppable, as are your ambitions. Next up, we have the Dexterity Skirmisher build. Dexterity, you're going to put 300 points in there. Strength, add 150 points. And then, of course, you're going to add a little bit of Constitution, putting 50 points. This build focuses on dexterity, enhances critical hit chances, and backstab damage. Perfect for those who like their enemies served with a side of surprise. Alright, then we have the balanced build. Strength, you're going to put in 200 points. Dexterity, 200 points again. Constitution, 100 points. For warriors who desire flexibility, this balanced approach offers a harmonious blend of power, finesse, and survivability. So I actually recommend this to newer players, because this way you have a little more survivability, and it gives you a good flow of just being able to play the Greatsword, but doesn't punish you if you do something wrong. Alright, now that you got that done, and you have at least 3 builds that I recommend that you can start trying now, I want to talk about an optimal secondary weapon that pairs very well with the Greatsword. Now, the Greatsword is a formidable weapon, but even the mightiest warriors benefit from a complementary secondary weapon. So that's why, first, you can put the Hatchet. The Hatchet offers high survivability and pairs seamlessly with the Greatsword, as both weapons scale from strength and dexterity. This combination allows for relentless offense and self-healing capabilities, ensuring you stay in the fight longer. Another good pick is the Great Axe. For those who believe size matters, pairing the Greatsword with the Great Axe delivers unparalleled area of effect damage and crowd control. This duo is perfect for cleaving through groups of enemies and asserting dominance on the battlefield. Finally, I do think that the bow is a good choice for you for a secondary weapon. Why? Well, then now you have some ranged damage going on. If versatility is your aim, combining the Greatsword with a bow allows for seamless transitions between melee and ranged combat. This pairing is ideal for engaging foes at a distance before closing in for the kill. Okay, so finally, let's see how to play like a pro. To truly master the Greatsword, there's a few critical steps that I think are important. Number 1, the stance dancing. Learn to fluidly switch between onslaught and defiant stances to adapt to the ebb and flow of combat. Number 2 is going to be skill rotation. Utilize abilities like Relentless Rush for mobility, Crosscut for burst damage, and Skyward Slash for crowd control. The third tip is positioning. Capitalize on the Greatsword's wide arcs by positioning yourself to hit multiple enemies, maximizing damage output. Fourth, cooldown management. Keep track of your ability cooldowns to ensure you're never without an option in the heat of battle. Then finally, 5, adaptability. Be prepared to switch to your secondary weapon when the situation demands, ensuring you're always at the most effective. Finally, at the section what I like to call the final verdict. The Greatsword is a testament and proof that sometimes bigger is indeed better. Offering a balanced mix of offense and defense, it caters to players who relish the thrill of close quarters combat with a touch of tactical nuance. Whether you're craving through PvE hordes or dueling adversaries in PvP, the Greatsword stands as a formidable choice for those ready to embrace its might. If this guide has helped you unleash your inner Colossus, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more New World insights. Share your own Greatsword tales in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you're cleaving your path through Aeternum. Until next time, keep your blades sharp and your wits even sharper.